pedalear y en un momento me pregunté, ¿a dónde voy? ¿A dónde quiero ir? Necesitaba salir, necesitaba pedalear, necesitaba literalmente agarrar la bici y pedalear sin tener como un destino. La bici siempre estuvo ahí presente.
Hey guys, so the short video that you've just seen was a trailer to my latest film that I released last week. If you haven't seen that film, then I would highly recommend you to pause the video now and go watch that. Now, if you've seen it, thanks so much for taking the time to do so. I hope you liked it. And let me just give you a brief introduction of myself because I believe that many of you might be new here. My name is Jakub, I'm a director, cinematographer and a filmmaker. And on this channel I teach about filmmaking, storytelling and adventure. The video you're currently watching is sort of an experiment of a behind-the-scenes video about the film that you've seen. And the reason why I've decided to do this video is because the approach I chose for this film was something new to me. And so I wanted to document it because I thought that in documenting it, there might be a lot of value for you, but also for me looking back at how I approached everything. And so this video is sort of a mix of vlogging, behind the scenes, a little bit of a talking head to give some context. And now I think I did enough of talking, so let's just jump straight into the video. Hey guys, so I'm right here in Buenos Aires and I'm currently on my way to a bike store. This bicycle shop focuses on creating single-speed bikes or fixed bikes without brakes. And the reason why I'm going there is because I want to create a documentary about someone from this community, but I don't have a concrete idea yet. So I'm approaching this project a little bit differently. I'm gonna go meet the guy who owns the bike store and I'm gonna see if I can find if I can immerse myself in the world they live in the community, and find someone within the community with a story, whether that's going to be a one person or a group of people, and then create a documentary about them. And this video or this vlog is basically going to be a documentation of the whole process. So let's go meet the guy. This should be the store. So let's go inside. So guys, I'm in the bike shop and it's a funny situation because I don't speak Spanish too much, but I understand quite well. And the owner doesn't speak English, so we had like a communication in between us, but we made it work. And he actually knows a lot of people that might be a good subject for the film. And also by a coincidence, today he had two friends coming that were doing some filming for like a little reel for their Instagram. So I basically got to meet local filmmakers and photographers, which are really nice guys. They speak perfect English. And yeah, so this was the first step, go into the shop, meet the locals, and then we'll see what are the next steps. So what you've just seen was my first contact with the fixed gear community in Buenos Aires. But I think that what would be worth mentioning now is why I even decided to take on this project. And for that, we need to go way back. When I was young, I used to ride bicycles a lot. I think between the age of maybe 7 years to like 17 years, I would ride cross-country, BMX, dirt jump. And so naturally, the world of cycling and bicycles is very dear to me. But as I was growing up, I kind of left cycling behind because I moved to a bigger city, you know, I met new friends, then eventually I moved out of Czech Republic. And then at one point, I think it was around maybe when I was 26, 27, when I lived in Barcelona, I kind of played with an idea of becoming a bicycle messenger because bikes were close to me, and at that point I was trying to figure out what to do next. In the end, I didn't become a bicycle messenger, but it was the time when I discovered fixed gear cycling. I haven't tried it, but I knew that these bicycles exist, and that world was kind of attractive to me because the idea of having just one gear, you know, no brakes, this pure simplicity and really just being in the moment riding, there was something special about it that I wanted to explore. But then I discovered filmmaking and I went full on into filmmaking. And then if we fast forward a few years, basically last year, all these things kind of came together because I was thinking about what should be my next project. And I wanted to go back to my roots. And so I was thinking, okay, maybe it could be around cycling, maybe it could be about the messenger culture, because
I'm kind of interested in that. And so with that in mind, I started researching, and I've put together a Milanote with some videos, with some cycling videos that I like, a mood board. And at that time, I was still in Switzerland, and I was looking for a subject in Switzerland. But somehow I wasn't able to find anyone good. And so I kind of postponed that project. And then in January last year, 2022, I knew that me and my girlfriend are moving to Buenos Aires for 3 months. So what I did was I started researching again, and I found this article on Peloton magazine about a Greek photographer who was documenting the fixed gear scene in Buenos Aires in 2019, just before COVID. And through this article, I found the bike shop that I visited in the video that you've just seen. I contacted them, I kind of told them that I would like to make a film about their community and so on. I sent them the mood board, and the owner loved it. And because of that, the meeting that you've just seen happened.
Hey guys, so this is day 2 of my experiment trying to get inside the bike community, and right behind me there's a meetup happening. So people that own these single speed fixed bikes are coming together, and I'm waiting for a friend, for the filmmaker that I met on the previous day, who's gonna come and who kind of gonna introduce me. I don't want to go there alone because I don't have a bike today. So I'm waiting for him, and then I'm gonna go there with him, and I'm gonna see if I can meet someone interesting and how is the community. So fingers crossed. So I'm here with Luis, who's probably the only person who speaks in English here. He's a photographer and filmmaker. I already told you about him. And he arrived late, so what I had to do was I actually had to go inside the community, which took a little bit of courage because I don't speak too much Spanish and I don't know anyone here. But I've met a guy who's called Anderson, and he actually works as a delivery guy and rides a fixed bike, so he might be a good subject for a film, we'll see. And the community is super nice. We're having beers, listening to the music. So far this approach is working. And as I said, today I'm not riding, but I'm just meeting people, probably taking some photos. And then hopefully next time I'll have a bike and I'll ride with them and see if Anderson will be the subject for the video or if I find someone else.
Okay, let me just quickly jump in again. There's 2 things that are very important at this moment. With this film, I really wanted to take a bit of journalist approach, and I wanted to immerse myself in the community because I found out that only that way I can then tell authentic stories, because I get to know my subject's world, and that was extremely important for me. And for that reason, I wanted to get a bicycle and I wanted to ride out with the community so I can experience what they experience on everyday basis. And B, it is super, super important for me to have a personal connection with the character. Because if I don't have that connection, it becomes difficult for me to tell their story, to immerse myself in their world and in their story. And with Anderson, I kind of felt this connection right in the beginning, but I really wanted to give it more time, and I, as I said, wanted to immerse myself more in the community.
Hey guys, so this is day 3 of my experiment, and I'm on my way to Huaco. Huaco owns the bike shop where he basically manufactures the fixed bikes. And today, finally, I'm gonna have a bike from him, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna ride with him. So let's go inside. So guys, this is gonna be my bike for today. Endorfina is the model that is the most popular from BAF, Buenos Aires Fixed. No, por ahí. As I said, 3rd day on the meetup. Today I have a bike. This is the group that I'm with today. And as you can see, there's a lot of people behind me. So we'll see how it's gonna be riding in such a crowd. Apparently we're gonna take over the streets, so that could be cool. And then the guy that I met last time, Anderson, he's not here. So I'll see if I can find another subject today, or if I try to reach out to him and maybe do like day in life, follow him around to get to know him and see if he would be a good fit. Hey guys, so that was the ride. Unfortunately, my GoPro stopped working when we started and I couldn't stop and turn it on again. So I don't have too much footage from the first ride, but we basically did around 11 kilometers around the city. It was really nice. The weather is amazing today, so it was very refreshing. And now we kind of divided from the main group and we're heading for the dinner. It's so good to ride bikes again, because it's been so many years since I didn't ride a bike, and this is really, really, really fun. So this is day number 4 of my search for a subject, and as I told you last time, I already have a subject, or I think I have a subject. So today I came here to this meetup to meet him and to listen to his story and see if he actually has a story that would be worth telling. And he has a really strong story. I just need to figure out now how to wrap it into a film. So that's gonna be the next step, and I'm gonna guide you through my thought process when I'm gonna be working on that. And right behind me you can see there's a massive meetup. There's probably around 200-300 people with fixed bikes, because there was a first alley cat in Buenos Aires. Alley cat is basically a urban illegal race through the streets, and this one was the first female alley cat. And how it works is that the riders, before the race starts, they have to run to their bikes. Once they get to their bikes, they will find a map on the bike, and on the map there's going to be different places around the city, and they need to go and they need to visit all those places, and the first one who basically checks all those places on the map and then comes back wins the race. So that was really fun, and yeah, as I said, next step, work on the story, and I'll bring you with me.